What's up, Eliza? Hope you're well. Will I see you at the show tonight? Ooh, nice. I don't know about my career. Let's take a look at the cards. Valadez. I had a dream. I'm all right. I went for a run earlier and just had like this like real cathartic experience emotionally. It was insane. It was intense. I ran a path that I used to run with my ex, and I hadn't run it in a while. It was the first time that I ran it in like, fuck, man, maybe like 8-9 months. And since, you know, we used to live together, and she basically just like, you know, ripped my heart out. She moved out like a week before Thanksgiving, and I'm actually still in the same place, if you can believe it or not. But so there's this little, like, I don't even know if you want to call it like a village or a town, but it's called Larchmont Village in LA. It's where I live by. And so I ran that path, and it was like very emotional, I think. Like, just like a lot of like deep emotional memories of like, we used to run that path all the time. And it was the first time I went back and ran it, and I was listening to Pandora like I am now. And the song The Kill came on from 30 Seconds to Mars. And it was just so freaky how, like, there's this one straightaway where you just run. You don't have to cross any, like, major streets. And the song came on, like, perfectly timed. And it actually started and then blipped, paused, and then I had to restart it after, like, I crossed a busy intersection. It was coincidental in a good, strange way. And so the song restarted. And if you've never heard the song, again, it's called The Kill by 30 Seconds to Mars. I recommend looking it up. But it's just a very like emotionally driven song. And it was just like conjured up all this like heartbreak and sadness and loss in me. But like it was crazy. Like I was running this straightaway, and like I felt like in a weird way, like I was having like an asthma attack. I felt like that, but it was really just all the like emotions and like me trying to like overcome the emotions. And I just kept on telling myself like it's easy, it's easy, it's easy. I'm on this kick lately where I just kind of like tell myself that something's easy. And I believe in that. I believe in like telling yourself like it's fucking easy. It's half the battle. So I just kind of look at it as like a crazy release, like a crazy emotionally cathartic release experience. And I think that I've been needing that for like a while, like closure on like a deep primordial human level. Cause I think in a weird way, you really like find like God or like the human spirit. I felt like spirit was with me, and I hadn't felt that way in a while. And it's funny because spirit is basically like it's what is it, like ancient Latin, like spiritus for like breathing. So it's just interesting that the act of like breathing, like fire breath they call it in the East, but like when you're breathing a lot, it has everything going in your brain and your blood and like your spinal fluid pressure and shit. And not to mention it was just a good workout and a good release, but like, man, it was crazy. It was so much emotionally. So yeah. And then I've been feeling like just fucking smooth sailing ever since. So, and I got my Starbucks. So, so yeah, I might get back into running more frequently because I've only just been doing like home workouts, which is good, but there's something like just deeper that like you tap into when you go for like a nice good run. I think it was like it's like a 3 mile run. I think like there and back, the trail that I did, a little path. But we'll pull for Eliza's. She has an interview tomorrow. Well, so she basically like I said, we lived together for a year. Um, we had this crazy like fast moving relationship. It started August 2020 during COVID, and we moved in together after like 3 months, and we lived together for a year. So after 3 months of like getting to know each other and just like speed dating, we moved in with each other. Crazy enough, and we lived together for a year. So um, it was only like 16 months from like start to end, but it was a whirlwind because we would always like go on like vacation and travel and like all this shit. But man, she fucking ripped my heart out because she just moved, and it was more like a domestic domicile thing. Like she wanted to like almost like control me or like tell me like when to go to sleep and what to do and what to eat and dress. And like I'm just like a very independent person. So for me, I was more so like, you know, not that kind of I'm not that kind of dude to just kind of acquiesce to somebody in a relationship. So I think that made things a little bit more unbearable. And she was a very kind of anxious prone person. So I think that she needed to like control me, or she needed someone who was more so fall in line because that's just how she was raised or whatever. And I don't play that shit. I'm an independent ass person. So Yeah, I think that that's what, and I think that she just kind of had the final straw, and she had a lot of emotional shit, like emotional baggage. Like she just had emotional intimacy problems, problems with talking about past relationships and all that shit. And me, I'm one to like want to talk about it, air it out, and face it. And so we covered a lot of ground in that 16-month relationship. I met her family. I went to her sister's wedding in Atlanta. I went to her grandma's funeral in Michigan. I visited her and her aunt and her autistic uncle in Florida. I fucking went to her best friend's wedding. We just did so much. We went on like a writer retreat in Phoenix. We did a road trip. And but yeah, man. And then so it turns out, so that happened in November when she moved out. She left me, she abandoned me during the fucking holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. This past year was rough. But I fucking manned up and I handled it. And, you know, around our birthday time, April and May, we share like a birthday like 10 days apart. Mine's on the 11th of April, hers is on the 21st. She hadn't called. We hadn't been talking since. It was like pulling teeth. It felt like I was the only one extending effort when it came to reaching out after she had moved out, and I didn't really know her whereabouts. She came off as if she went back to Atlanta, where her family's at, um, and I just assumed that she would have gotten another place in LA, but. I don't know what she was doing. To my knowledge, I think she just kind of threw all her stuff in storage, and then I come to find out that her and her best friend Rachel and Rachel's husband Alex, who they have a baby with, whose wedding I went to, they were in LA too for however long, however many years, and then they have family in Atlanta, and her and my ex just they packed a fucking moving van and they just all like moved to Atlanta. So I don't know how soon that happened after she moved out of here. I think she was living with them or staying somewhere. I don't know if she went back to Atlanta right after she moved out. I know she was supposed to visit Atlanta again. It's just everything happened so weird. But um, so around like, after the past couple calls and stuff, I was just like, well, you'd be hard pressed to kind of like this isn't how you work on or patch up a relationship is like having these kind of strife filled conversations and these limited text exchanges, and she just doesn't handle shit well when it comes to like dealing. She never apologizes. She's so it's you'd be very hard pressed to like get any sympathy. She's like an ice queen. So I just kept on keeping on, and I just kept on trying to like survive and make it in LA, my own place, and just hustling. Tarot, I read for two tarot channels. I also do deliveries on my electric scooter, and I've been kicking butt and making ends meet. Playing the stock market, playing crypto here and there, and you know, so finally getting like a foothold on my finances and shit and just like building an empire from the ground up, you know, working for myself. I quit the 9 to 5 lifestyle. I did that for 10 plus years. I was tired of waking up at like 7 in the morning and going to work for somebody else, being miserable. I was like drinking and smoking myself to death. Now I'm 2 plus years sober. I don't smoke. I sleep in when I want. I come and go as I please. I just support myself doing tarot and doing deliveries on an electric scooter. I don't got to worry about gas operated vehicles or anything like that. So I'm killing it. And, I just kept on, and, while simultaneously, I should say, doing all the emotional work and keeping my spiritual life alive as a lifeline. Um, it's really helped me a lot because all my family's in Chicago. I'm from Chicago. I've been in LA for 7 years. This has been my second major fucking heartbreak in like 7 years. The first one was with another girl that I moved out here with. We were together for like 4 years, and we just, I was in a bad place. I was still drinking. I was still working a 9 to 5, and she wasn't very communicative either. Both exes are Taurus, by the way. Taurus are rough, man. They fucking walk forward and they keep on moving. They really don't. And I think they were both like air signs with their moon sign, so that makes it rough too to kind of open up emotionally or connect emotionally. But so so I'm like just keeping on, and then come this past June 27th, it's my sister's birthday. My younger sister, I have an older sister and younger sister. Sister's birthday. I just happened to reach out to my ex, my most recent ex, just to see a life update and see like where she's coming from, like what she's up to. Come to find out, she had already moved on. She had moved on 3 months earlier after having moved out. It had been a total like 5 months since she moved out last November. Come to find out, it had been only 5 months. She met someone else and just started a new relationship. And I was like, that's a red flag, because it's like you're not even processing or getting over this past relationship. They say that it's supposed to be like half the amount of time that you were with somebody. If we're together like 16 months, it should have taken her like 8 months, like me, to fucking grieve and get over it. But it comes to no surprise. She's, I think, emotionally repressed and what have you. So, but it was just kind of an eye opener when I reached out to her this end of June, and come to find out she'd been in a relationship for 3 months already by the time I, last reached out to her this past June, end of June. And it's like, in a weird way, that was like an amount of closure for me, because I was like, this bitch has moved on already. I was kind of surprised that it was so fast though. And a part of me was like, well, shit, I wish I would have known. It was in my birthday month too, I guess, that she started seeing this new guy in Atlanta in April. Because then I wouldn't have grieved for an extra 3 months from April to end of June. But, everything happens in due time. So, and, weirdly enough, like 2 weeks ago, I hiked up to the Hollywood sign in Los Angeles. I've been here 7 years. I never did that. So I kind of, and it's around the whole like Independence Day. It was like a week after Independence Day. And in a weird way, it was like me like coming back to myself and having like emotional independence or freedom. It's been a very kind of thematic thing for me as of late, independence, because my whole goal the past couple of years has been financial freedom and independent wealth. And so it's just been this kind of interesting symbolic culmination, me hiking the Hollywood sign by myself. And I guess the reason why there's some meaning behind that is because I've been here 7 years and I've never, done that with anybody that I was with. And more interestingly enough, with my ex, we used to hike everywhere in LA, all the different LA is a big, has a lot of trails and hikes, Hollywood Hills and all that stuff. We hiked like every place except for the Hollywood sign. So now in hindsight, it's kind of like metaphorical for like, why didn't we ever do that? And maybe the truth is that she was never really in it, all in like I was. She's the kind of person that would tell you that she was all in. She would tell you that she wanted children and marriage, but she would never have the kind of like the acumen behind it, like the patience and the understanding and the compassion. She just wanted it now. And I'm just like, bitch, I've only known you for like a year. How the fuck are we going to get married and have children? And I don't know. So in hindsight, I just look at it as if like I dodged the bullet, because I know that there are people out there that do go through these relationship experiences, but they end up having children, they end up getting married, and then the woman ends up like divorcing them and just totally destroys someone. So I'm lucky that I didn't do that. And then, of course, there's the other examples, like vice versa. I'm sure there's examples where men do that for women to women, or whatever the couple is, non-gender specific. But so now I'm just finally kind of getting back out there in a way, emotionally, spiritually. I'm probably making it more of a big deal than it is, but I guess it just takes me a while to just process it. And plus, again, I'm still living in the old apartment. For me, my place where I'm living, where I lay my head at night, it's kind of sacred. I nothing in me wanted to just like sell all my stuff and move to Phoenix, although that was a thought, that was a plan, but I just never pulled the trigger. I never pulled the trigger because it's like it's a lot of work. I got a lot of shit here, and it's like I don't know. I just wanted to stay here and fight. I wanted to fight the good fight, so to speak, and do things my way. Not just run away emotionally. I wanted to like sit in it and face it. So, but it hasn't been easy, you know. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like it hasn't been easy because it's a deep, like emotional thing. Um, you know. Sorry, I'm texting this chick on Hinge, and she's all like offended because I told her that she looks like I. She just had a photo, and I was just like, it looks like there's some sadness there. She got offended. I was like, it looks like you've had your heart broken, and like take it from this guy because he knows how it looks. Um, Thank you, SC, for the 5. SC donated 5. Thank you for reading. So yeah, I mean, we could work it like that, where if you want to send me a donation, I will get to your question priority. All right, so I'm gonna go to, yeah. I don't think it was a trauma bond. I would not call it a trauma bond. Um, no, I mean, I tell myself it's easy. It's the language that I use. Um, yeah, thanks, NC. It is okay. I'm just reading your guys' comments. because I know I was blabbing there for a long while. I usually don't do that, but someone's saying narc. What's like a narcissist? Yeah, I think so. Although I think that term gets thrown around easily. Don't worry, I see or NC. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just reading these comments first. Yeah, I mean, I think there was some sort of like, I don't know if it's narcissism, but maybe. I mean, she's a stand-up comedian, so I always, it's a red flag for me. I mean, as far as like, do I still miss her? I think like anything, like there's like a special pocket in time, and that like that love is real, but eventually, I think people's fears get the best of them, and all their internal like unresolved, you know. Um, okay, SCNC. Um, yeah, guys, you don't need to ask if you could ask the question. You could just ask the question. NC, what's your question? I added a new component to my business today. When do you see a return? Trying to get out of corporate land and work for myself. Okay, my moon is a Pisces. When I deal with these people, my soul is just crushed. I get it. Okay, so NC's question is more work related, more work based. Thank you guys for commenting and hearing me out. I'm using the David Bowie deck, by the way, so I'm going to try to show you the images. When do you see a return? NC, so usually these questions work best when you have like a practical timeline. So, for instance, if in all practicality you expect a return from this business component investment, would you say that you expect it within the year, within the month? Like, what's the ballpark range as far as a timeline? That like what's because I want to give you an honest, practical answer, but I don't want to be like, it would have to fit your practical expectation as well, if that makes sense. You know, 3 months of effort to start to see money. Okay, let's come out. Let's see what happens with that. Okay, let's see what comes out for 3 months. Just want to get a good shuffle, pick up the energies. Oh yeah, baby. Got the Sun card here. This is literally the best card in the deck. It's a pretty big deck. I want to say like at least like 78 cards on the David Bowie Tarot. This is how the back looks. Pretty cool. The Sun card is the best card in the deck. So it's also powered by the number 19. So I think 19 days would be maybe too quick an expectation. But I could definitely see within that 3 month range to expect like this kind of glow up, so to speak. This powerful return is what I'm getting. Okay, I think you're putting yourself in a position to win. The Princess of Swords here is about information, technology, reconnaissance. The more you know. So I definitely feel very positive about that kind of 3 month range to see a return. The Nine of Pentacles is also out here. Nine of Pentacles, this is what you want to see. This is one of the best financial cards to come out. The Pentacles represent finances, resources, materialism, concrete, funds, cash, resources, crypto, all that stuff, stocks, assets. Okay, the 9, we spoke about financial independence and freedom. That's been one of my goals, independent wealth, as I no longer work the corporate 9 to 5 as well. As that's NC's goal, but nines are about independence. So you have the independence of pentacles, which is finances and resources. So this is financial freedom, independent wealth. So this is definitely what you want to see there. So I would definitely say 100%. Yeah, I feel very good about that coming to light, coming to fruition. Ah. Look at us at first fight. Too funny. JK. Anyway, so there's this like dime piece blonde that I made a comment to on Hinge, and she responded. All I said was, "Cool, you look like your heart's been broken." But I mean, to me, that's a fair. I mean, guys, leave a comment. Let me know. Like, that's just a general objective opinion. She looks like her heart's been broken. I mean, that's all I'm saying. That's all I said. She responded to it. Look at. I'm just saying, like, she looks like her heart's been broken. I'm not trying to put her on blast. I was speaking just from a place of truth. I'm being, I'm being a silly Billy, but, Wait, why is everyone's name NC? I don't understand. What's going on? I read tarot and it takes time to do well, so that makes me happy. Yeah, you're back. Will Edgar take action towards our connection and ask me out on a date? He's a Gemini and a Libra. Hi, sir, new sub. What Abdullah? Next action towards me, no future. She looks angry. She's gorgeous but looks angry. LOL. We're right, though. That's why. LOL. You were right, though. That's why. I know. NC are my initials. Okay, because there's another NC, so I'm all confused. Guys, if you want to tip me, chances are I'll answer your question faster. So I have a Cash App, PayPal, or a Venmo. I just did one for NC, SC, because there's a lot of questions here that I got to get through. Like, is there a Jasmine? Not Jazzy Jasmine, but there's another Jasmine. There's like 2 Jasmines and there's like 3 NCs. What the fuck is going on? You guys are killing me, guys. Can you have original names and profile pictures? There's literally 2 Jasmines here. An NP. Eliza's good. I know Eliza. She's grandfathered in. An SP. There's another Jasmine. Y'all are bugging. Okay, well, the real NC stand up. Okay. Yes, NC just said it. Yeah, well, it's so funny. I said that out loud before I read that comment. Will the real NC stand up? Okay, so who are we getting to? Okay, we got MP. Okay, MP's saying, I just wanted to ask if Sheila is a true friend. Okay, let me take a look. Guys, write your questions down there in the comment box, and I'm going to read them fresh, because sometimes people leave the room, and I don't know who's still waiting on their question. So just rewrite your question succinctly in the comment again right now if you can, so I don't have to scroll up, and then I'll know who I'm answering. Right now I'm just answering NP real quick. I wanted to ask if Sheila's a true friend. Let's see what goes on. Okay, you got the Seven of Wands in the upright. This represents defensiveness. The Five of Swords is willing to cut someone out completely. So I do not see that true friend being there. And the Six of Cups is in the reverse. So this is literally the friendship card, but it came out in the reverse. So this is a falling out. I'm not seeing that Sheila is a true friend. Okay? Okay, so NC, no space, says, who's coming towards me next in love? Okay, let's see. You got the Judgment card in reverse. This is typically a Scorpio energy. This is also Scorpio season. So in the reverse position, I could read this as there's someone coming towards you prior to Scorpio season, which is the fall time. It's about mid-October to mid-November. Judgment in reverse. I could say that I feel as though it's someone new. I feel as though it's someone new. And then the Six of Cups here. Ironically, is coming out here. We just spoke to it. It's also another Scorpio energy, so it might be Scorpio, and it might be someone that you start off as friends with. Okay, the song "Lovers and Friends" comes to mind. Okay, so, but I don't know that it's someone that you know already as much as someone that you might like just really get along with. This is Capricorn Sagittarius energy, Queen of Pentacles. You guys might be from the same hometown. Okay? Cradlebabies. This is the King of Cup here. This is more Scorpio energy, Scorpio Libra energy. So y'all might have been born on the latter half of the calendar. Okay, dark side. Okay, so you probably get along. Okay, get along now, little doggy. The Strength card in the upright. Someone tames the beast. Someone knows how to keep that kitty in check. Okay, sorry. I'm having too much fun. You see the ladies taming the cats, the big cats. Okay, Strength card. So you might even meet this person in Leo season, okay, which we are currently now in. Leo season, the pride, 5th house. All right, vacation, relaxation, fun in the sun, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's what I got. It's not something that you're going to be able to manifest with the Starman in the reverse, aka the Magician. You're going to have to allow it to happen on its own time. Okay, that's what I'm saying here. Whew. Can I get an amen? Okay, so the other NC with the space. Will NC change their name soon because I'm the real one? Clobream, does Jared have true feelings for me? Let's see. Guys, I want to be able to do this on Patreon. So if you want to go and follow me on Patreon, subscribe. I think it's only like $3 a month. And then I want to be able to do something where we could do a live stream, and then I could play music from Pandora, so we could just rock out. And the only reason I'm not playing like music is because it's on YouTube Live and it'll cut us off. So I want to have it so that if there's enough Patreon subscribers, we could just do questions and like just have a party. And like maybe I'll do it that like you guys don't even got to pay for tarot readings, because we'll just do I think it's like $3 a month. But then I think you could do a live stream on Patreon, and they allow you to play licensed music, copyright music. So I could just play regular music from Pandora. So let me know how you guys feel about that. If you would want to do that thing where like, you subscribe to the Patreon. The link is below, I think. Patreon.com/Run and Gun Tarot, all one word. RUNNGUNTAROT. And then that way we could have like a party and we don't got to worry about the music and shit. So let me know if that would float your guys' boat. Does Jared have true feelings for me? And like I said, you wouldn't have to donate. You would just have to keep as a subscriber. It's only $3 a month. It's nothing. It's less than coffee, a cup of coffee. Speaking of coffee, Starbucks, to get a Trenta now, cold brew, it's like $6 or something. So less than that. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Does Jared have true feelings for me? I mean, I gotta try to find like how do I find like the non-sassy way to say that? Ace of Wands it's a very kind of sexual symbol. It's like physical attraction and passion. So I'm not getting that Jared has that clue. So I'm not getting that like attraction is so strong. I'm not seeing feelings here. This is a Seven of Swords in the upright. This is like a thief in the night. I'll steal anything with some, that's what that says. So I don't know. He might have you a little bit on the side there. Not trying to air out all your laundry, but I just feel as though that I'm not really seeing like that true depth that you might want. Okay? So something to keep in mind. I kind of just see someone like 1 foot in, 1 foot out with the Eight of Cups here. See, this person is literally like, bro. So something to keep in mind. Okay, Jazzy Jasmine. Will Edgar take action towards me and ask me on a date? Let's see. So hungry. I need to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do for food. There's a place called Good Goose, and it's kind of fucking ironic because I used to eat that with my ex a lot, and I used to call her Goose. That was her nickname when we first met. One of the first movies that we watched together was Top Gun, and if you ever know anything about Top Gun, the old one from the '80s, there's Maverick, Tom Cruise, and then the sidekick. His name is Goose. I used to call her Goose. That was my pet name for her, and we used to eat at this Thai place called Good Goose over in Larchmont. I know you guys don't want to hear about this shit, but that's the real deal. And I actually passed it on my run earlier, and it's just so weird. It's a tricky thing with like symbolism and like attributing meaning. Like you could get lost in that sauce, pun intended. Hopefully it's a good teriyaki sauce. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the Sun card in the reverse. This is content and satisfaction. To me, it's not necessarily an action. It's not an action piece. Okay, something to keep in mind. I think that you might more so have to come at this dude, Jasmine, like real, with that real. The Princess of Pentacles is here. She's a baddie. She represents making an offer, throwing out a line. Hey, let's go on a hike. Let's go get some Thai food, something like that. So you might want to like throw a line his way. You guys like it buttoned or unbuttoned? I think I'm just trying to look decent. So yeah, you might want to reach out to him first and foremost, because I don't know. I don't see that he's going to take action really, Jasmine. Guys are fucking guys. Will my elder son focus, perform well in education, and be successful in good college placement? That's what SP says. I think he will, but I mean, I just feel as though that he might be doing it for the wrong reasons. I think that there's a good and a bad, right? I think that to be successful collegiately, and career wise, you have to really kind of go into yourself. You have to go into a very kind of personal space. I think that he will do that and be successful, but I think he will do it to make the family happy. This is the Ten of Cups. This is a happy family. He's coming off as the emperor, but in the reverse position. So this is giving away a lot of power for the sake of pleasing others. Whereas you would want to, a more advanced or mature approach would be more so to do something for yourself, right? Because you know it's the thing to do for you. But I think in a weird roundabout way, he will end up kind of being happy that he did kind of focus and pursue studies, and made his family happy and proud. That's how I'm interpreting it, anyways. So I think that he will. I think he will focus. Oh, the King of Wands. Okay, it's not the Emperor. King of Wands. But yeah, I think he will focus. I think he would. This is, the King of Swords is out here. This is someone being a badass when it comes to, studies, mental studies, and all that stuff. So SP, yes, I think they will. I think they will. What's up, expressions? Brown sugar cream brew. I try to avoid sugar. I don't know, man. My mom fucks with Dunkin' Donuts. Her order is extra cream, no sugar. But I try to just drink my coffee black, you know. Like I like my women. Hey, just joking. That's the first heartbreak I was talking about. I don't know, man. Starbucks is good, man. But I'm easy. Like I just like a black coffee. I just try to avoid sugar. Okay, so NC is saying who's coming to my love life. Jandel is saying what's Abdullah's next action. No contact. Okay, let's get this real fast. No. Yeah, I think he will, SP. Eliza, you missed me just acting a fool, answering these questions. Okay, let's answer John Adele real quick, and then we'll answer NC. Abdullah's next actions to me in the future, no contact. Okay, this is the Page of Wands here. King of Pentacle. Five of Cup in reverse. Ace of Cup in the upright. Huh. So I don't think that this. I don't feel as though Abdullah is gonna necessarily reach out or make contact, because the Five of Cups in the reverse speaks to going at it emotionally solo. But on the good side, you have the Ace of Cups here, which is about a brand new offer or energy. You see this trippy cup here. And then you have the Ten of Wands. By the way, all y'all's mothers and fathers are like thinking that you're fucking with the devil with these tarot cards, by the way. I'm just joking. Ten of Wands in the reverse is like putting down like a burden. You see that person's very burdened, overworked. So, and when I ask yes or no, is this Abdullah's energy, the Ace of Cups, the new offer, I get the no and the putting down of the burden. So I feel as though that it's not going to be him that reaches out. I think that there might be somebody else, but it might be someone brand new. Brand new. Okay, NC is saying, who's coming in my love life? And y'all got me working today. Oh, we working. Appreciate the tips. I'm running on fucking fumes over here. I just ran 3 miles earlier. 1 second. I'm just making sure I'm logged on. It's a one-man show over here. So Jazz or NC saying who's coming to my love life. Guys, feel free to like and subscribe. Share with friends or family, people that you think might like this. Let me know if we should start a party on Patreon in the future. Keep on sending those tips and donations. They keep me going. Also, feel free to reach out for a one-on-one reading if you're interested. I'm doing a one-on-one private using whatever medium you feel most comfortable with. Some people prefer email, text, chat, FaceTime, Messenger, video, phone call, regular phone call, whatever you want. We could do a one-on-one reading. It's only $2 a minute. But let's do and see who's coming to my love life. Okay, you got the Four of Wands in the upright. Buddy, this is Aries energy, springtime energy. This is the card of marriage, and this is the card of union. Could be spiritual union, could be spiritual matrimony. Okay, I'm just saying. Looking like they're in like the Wizard of Oz's place. This is the Knight of Swords in this deck. This guy looks like he's real funky, been through a lot. I should say this is Aries energy. This is Prince, aka the Knight of Swords. This is Taurus energy, Gemini energy. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of springtime energy. So it could be this upcoming spring that you come across somebody here. This is the Princess of Cups, aka the Page of Cups. Could be a water sign. Let's see. Might have to kiss some fishes before you get the prince. Might have to kiss some toads before you get the prince. Or to turn a toad into a prince. That's another story. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. This is the High Priestess in the reverse. This is just a reminder to just like, focus on yourself and what's in your control, especially with your spiritual relationship. Don't necessarily give so much power away to just waiting for like a relationship, so to speak. Okay, you never want to be like waiting. So, you want to make things happen, stay in control, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got for you, NC, as far as my love life. But I do feel as though that with that Four of Wands that come out, first and foremost, that means it's a real deal. It might be marriage material. Not to get your hopes up, but LP says, hi, how's Kay thinking about our connection? Yeah. NC. Four of Cups in the reverse. This is an emotionally open. Your heart space is open, LP. When we can meet again. When? Okay, this is Judgment in the reverse. To me, depending on the context, this is the number 7. It could be within a week's time. It could be in the 7th month, July. I think it could be in July when I ask yes or no. The Queen of Wands comes out in the upright. And when I ask before Scorpio season, so yes. So I think in the month of July, I wouldn't be surprised if you and Kay, LP, are able to see each other again. I think this person has an open heart to the relationship. Okay, let's finally get to Eliza. She's been so patient. Number 1 fan here. Keeping your boy hot. Waving the fan, keeping the fires roaring. Career reading for Elijah. Okay, you got the 6 of Cups in the upright, which is very good to see for career. It means you're on the right path. It means you're on the right path. Okay, you get the 5 of Rods in the reverse. This is meaning you're coming out of conflict. Okay. You have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So you're coming out of obstacles. The Devil card here, the only thing that I would say red flag wise with the Devil card in the upright is could be represented as not seeing a future. So you want to do more vision work, envisioning where you want to be, where you want to go, what trajectory, because ultimately you're your own manager, you're your own agent when it comes to where you want to see yourself in work and career. So as long as this follows your vision, then you know that you're good. If it's not on chart with your vision, then you know that you need to work on your mind's eye to envision where you want to be. The devil can also represent bondage. It could represent lack of freedom. Okay, so something that you might want to move closer to. I know there's been a lot of commentary with NC and myself in regards to working for yourself, whether you're starting your own business, whether you have side hustle stream of income. I think a lot of people get it confused. They think that they have to work for someone else their entire life. But really, truly, when the United States was created, the vision, the thought in mind wasn't that you would just always be working for somebody else. This is the land of opportunity. So, the American dream was really truly meant to be so that you can own and operate your own business. That's why you see so many immigrants come here and they do their own thing and, launch their own kind of companies or LLCs or enterprises. So something to keep in mind, when you think about career. You know what I'm saying, Eliza? So that's kind of what I'm seeing there. I would just it feels like, I know you mentioned you had an interview tomorrow. It feels like it'll go well, but now you just want to kind of contextualize that job and that opportunity with the kind of bigger picture of where you want to be. Okay. So yeah. Alex says, "What's D's current feelings?" Let's take a look. It's so funny. I had 2 people ask me if I'm okay today. I had one person that was on the live stream earlier. I just rolled out of bed and my hair was all crazy and shit, and I had my glasses on. And then another chick on Hinge. I was like, long story. I mentioned it earlier. And but she was salty because I was like, "You look like you've gotten your heart broken." And then she was like trying to gaslight me. She's like, "Are you okay? That's a lot to infer from." She didn't use that word, but she's like, "That's a lot to assume from someone's picture." And I'm like, "I'm just speaking my truth. I'm just calling it like it is. I'm not trying to attack you. It just looks like you have a vulnerability about you, which is good. It's actually a good thing." You got to watch out for that. You got to watch out for people trying to gaslight you because they'll be like, "Are you okay? Something wrong?" Da-da-da. So I'm going to keep in mind. But let's see what D's feelings are. If anything. Okay, full card in the reverse. This is not taking a chance, not taking a leap of faith. This person is maybe meditating, reflecting. They may act out immaturely, emotionally with the King of Cups in reverse. High Priestess in reverse is being too subjective, not enough clarity here. You see this person's meditating to gain clarity. Thanks for subscribing, Kevin. 7 of Wands in the reverse is putting your guard down. So this person may need to work at putting their guard down. Queen of Wands is a strong feminine energy. So he may have to let you in more a little bit as opposed to maybe if he feels like he's threatened, Alex. Okay. But I think he is kind of trying to map out his future. He's trying to think where he wants to be. I think that there's some sort of quality work here, maybe something involving a living situation or some sort of work collaboration. This person has a lot of balancing to try to do here, balancing his head and his heart. The World card is graduating. This is moving on to a better phase, the next cycle, the next chapter. So I think overall, yeah, this person might act out in a way. He might not be so communicative. Speaking of gaslighting, with the King of Cups in reverse, that is kind of gaslighting. It's like making someone feel like they're crazy or they're not valid in their reality experience. but it could also just be emotional immaturity or manipulation. So something to watch out. That might be a coping mechanism of him, but I think overall he has a healthy disposition towards the relationship, a healthy openness towards the relationship. So that's what I'm seeing here. Guys, I'm fucking tired. I need food, and so I might end the live stream. Um, I don't know if I want to order food. Oh, I don't know what the deal is. Hmm. I'm giving myself a headache over here. All right, guys. Yeah, last question, Kevin. Feel free to write it out. Last question, guys. And then I'll probably jump on tomorrow. Kevin asks, is BSc Analytics Statistics the best degree for me to do according to my spirit guides? It's a 50-50 toss-up. Let's see what comes out. Let's see. Okay, I see it as a yes with the 7 of Swords in the upright. Like a thief in the night, steal anything, some pussy. I say yes. This is very analytics, math, sciences in the upright. That's an affirmation. That's an affirmative, as it were. So that's what I got for you. All right, guys. Holler at your boy. Like, subscribe, share. If you want me to keep on doing more of this, tip, donate. Links are below. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. I'm going to sign off for now. Might jump on tomorrow or catch me when you see me. Love and light to you all. Have a wonderful, safe rest of the weekend. And I will catch you on the flip side. Thanks for hanging out. Peace, light, and love. Yes, I will enjoy my food. I'm going to find some food and eat some food.